Oi, this video is not very profound, but it might just stop you in your track and maybe have a look at yourself. And it's basically how to be comfortable being in yourself, in your skin. People answered, "Oh, just be yourself." Just what the hell does it even mean to just be yourself? What does it mean, right? To me, what it means to be yourself is simple. You don't need anything to be yourself. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to become the greatest this, greatest that. To be yourself requires nothing. It's just that we don't want to admit it, bruh. Because you think being yourself is this extraordinary character you've been promised since you were a child. Raised to have grandiose vision of yourself. And those people give you who you are today. They created you. So suppose you are a family member of mine or a friend. I am responsible for who you are, how you talk, how you behave, your psychology, whether it is good or bad, how you see the world. I would give you that. That is what, if you are a father, a child, a sibling, I want you to understand that's what you're doing. The people around you cannot be themselves because to be yourself requires nothing. But you require them to be something. And so you shape them every day with the things you say, the advice you give them, the directions you push them to. You are helping shape this person, and so they can never be themselves until the day they die. And I think that's the sad part here. I don't even think it's sad. Let's just leave the negative or the positive. There's nothing negative or positive about it. But as easy as that sound, you will not do it. In fact, I shouldn't say you will not do it because there is nothing to do. It requires nothing to be yourself, bro. But to become a famous this or great this, it requires sacrifice. An example, somebody like a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, very successful by all measures of what success is in our first world and in our capitalist societies. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is his mother's son. His mother should be very proud. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a hollow man. And you would never pay me any amount of money to chill with him. Simply because I can see that he's trying everything else just to not be himself. The answers he gives, they're lukewarm. Have you ever had porridge? There's a Sudanese porridge. Forget the Aussie. There's another Aussie porridge. All right, let's just say porridge, but with nothing. No sugar. No cream. No nothing. That's what these people are. At the end of the day, I don't even know, even the tonality, my tone, my speech cadence. Is it really me? Is it really me being myself? If you listen to me, the reason I speak like this is because I imagine that you would be listening to my videos as you're about to go to sleep, because that's what I designed them for. And so in order for me to be myself, I can't do what everybody else tells you to do. I will tell you to do nothing in order to be yourself. You literally, absolutely do nothing. Because anything that you do, right, removes you. It takes you a step further away from who you are. Suppose you ask me, then what is this who I am that I'm taking a step away from if I do something? Okay, that's a good question. Let's say I'm happy to make these videos. By the way, I found this today. It's pretty cool. I don't know what it's called, but my friend he's from New Zealand. He had one of them before, but it was like white. I think it was made of ivory or something. It was cool. This one is made of timber. I'm sure. Anyways, I'm not avoiding the question, but again, if you shoot at me, I will shoot back at you. That step I just made by picking up a gun and shooting back at you removes me from myself. I'm normally not somebody who will pick up a gun and go out there to go cause chaos. What for? That is who I am. I'm not going to go out there and cause chaos. But if you shoot at me with a handgun and I have a machine gun and a handgun, I will go above and beyond to reach for the machine gun and mow you down. Now, by doing that, mowing you down, you have gotten me to take a step away from who I am. Somebody who will never initiate anything, any sort of conflict. And so when I said you have to be comfortable with who you are, for example, if you're also somebody who will never initiate some sort of conflict, you also have to understand that you are, right? This is the trick here, and I feel like I'm confusing people with semantic. You also have to accept that you are that ruthless animal who would mow somebody down with a machine gun. It's just that you're not going to do it without being, in a way, pulled. But if you are pushed to it, you would step away from this pessimist, a part of you this shell that you live in, and retaliate. You see, a cobra, a beautiful animal. A cobra is more, the people say, oh, you're a snake, you're a this. I'll make it easy for you. A snake, a cobra, is himself when it is just left alone. A cobras, most snakes, are themselves when they are left alone. If you see a cobra or whatever snake, and it does not, and you are not frightened of it, you're not, what's the word? Unsettled by it, you're not, and you're just, the body is just fuming with fear, just admitting this sort of order to the snake that something is wrong. Why is this person freaking out? Or the snake doesn't know you're a person, but why is this thing freaking out? The snake is not going to sit around and think another thought of, okay, what's the best course of action? It will just attack you. Let's say you were relaxed. The snake is relaxed. It's a nice sunny day. You can both go and chill. You go your way, the snake goes his way. It's not going to attack you. You're both yourselves. That is literally what I mean. By doing nothing, you are both yourselves. In order to be yourself requires nothing. You have to literally do nothing. The snake doesn't have to attack you. You don't have to look at him and be scared and jump all over the place. No, you just look at, oh, what a beautiful animal you are. Don't even say that, just look at it. There was a snake one time. I camp a lot in the bush, and I'll create some videos because I'm going to go back living in the bush. I don't like living in houses. I say that, but I mean it. I am not joking. Anyway, this is like a month ago. I'm in the bush. I get out of my tent. There's this black snake. Poisonous, and I used to have a crazy phobia of snakes, like since primary school, bro. Anyways, I don't. It was embarrassing. One of them snake handlers came to our primary school and threw a plastic snake. I cried out of the hall and cried and ran. I was 11 years old. That man traumatized me. But anyway, somehow I got over my fear of snakes. We come across the snake. I come across this poison sapacot. It's like fully black, shining, and we're just staring at it. But do you know how dangerous Australia is? It's exaggerated. Some of these animals that you think are just wild, they're not, bro. They're not. No, anyway, I'll tell you more stories about wild Australian animals, but the wildest one is magpie. I fucking hate a magpie. It split my head here once. A big ass magpie split my head here open. It was bleeding. That's not the first time. It did it 3 times. I have been swooped. Anyways, going back to, and just to finish up, in order to be yourself, I looked at the snake looked at me. We both paused. We just stared at each other. Then I smiled. I'm close to the snake. He's close to me. None of us are really scared or anything. We're just looking at each other. And then I go, oh, anyways, I'm off. I'm off to wherever I'm off. The snake, he's off to wherever he's off. In that instant, we were both ourselves. I was myself because I didn't do anything. I didn't jump. I didn't get scared. I didn't want to harm the snakes. I didn't think the snake was going to harm. None of these thoughts existed. That's what makes me, me. And that's what makes you, you. The moment these thoughts sort of infiltrate your mind and you can't escape them, you got to use certain substances or something to just escape them. Then you are no longer yourself. You use substances, you're no longer yourself. The substance takes you away from yourself. You use ideologies, you're not yourself. The ideology takes you away from yourself. You try to become successful, that's not bad. You got to survive anyway. But it will eventually take you away from yourself. So it doesn't matter what you do. In order to be yourself, if you really want to be yourself, move into the bush, go camp there, be alone for a few days, don't even interact with anybody. Just stare at the animals and be there. You can take your phone, bro. I'm not trying to say take it to the extreme and be a Luddite, anti-technology. Just go there and chill by yourself. Do not entertain yourself. Use your phone and entertain yourself. But just be alone, like do nothing. Literally don't. If you're privileged enough not to go to work, then go do that. You will literally find out what I'm telling you. It's not that I have some sort of insane inside knowledge to how to be yourself. This whole channel, bro, is about being yourself. I would say things that could get people to cancel me, or in my real life looking at me weird and shit. But do you think I give a fuck? If I start to think like that, then I will be giving you the power to create me. And I don't want any of you to create me, and I don't want to create any of you. That's not my interest. So next time somebody said, be yourself, be yourself just mean do nothing. And considering how we build the world, good luck with doing nothing. I'm not too much of a I'm not a pessimist or a cynical. I'm just saying as it is. You want to be yourself? Do nothing. Have no goals. Have no dreams. Just pass the time and entertain yourself while you're here. Go play, climb trees, do some shit. But the moment you do something for pleasure, I'm not really. Pleasure is cool. It's part of life. It's not something that's, I'm not going to make a division between pleasure and this, and you got to be a stoic. No, all of it comes. All of it. Pleasure, stoic, pain, all of it. You want to be comfortable in yourself. Let go of the idea that you have to do something about being yourself. And at this very moment, as this video ends, if you made it this far, go and do whatever you want, bro. The first thought that comes to your head, even if that's, I just feel like it's being a bad influence. Even if that's about, oh, I've been thinking about stealing a car for such a long time. Go do it. The more you think about it, the more, well, you fool yourself whether if that's you or if that's not you. Are you a thief, a car thief, or not? Go find out. You'll find out very quickly. It's a very very it's a very costly experiment, you see. But the things I do for this world, my. Sometimes when I really want to lose my mind and be myself, I just look at it like I'm looking at my eyes right now and just go, food, clothes, shelter. That's about it. That's how you become yourself. Food, clothes, and shelter. Anything past that. And I can be certain of this, you can be certain of this. You are surely delusional. You are no longer yourself. The animals get to just be themselves by default. Lucky motherfuckers. Righto. On you, fellas and ladies. Have a beautiful night. Kettle hats out.